Hey everyone, today we're diving into the world of LSAR data and how GenS is making life a whole lot easier for project managers and engineers. But first, let me introduce myself to those who might not know me. My name is Heath Conroy and I've been with Pennant for 7 years. I started my career as an avionics technician in the Royal Australian Air Force, completing 16 years service before joining Pennant, first as a training developer and a maintainer, and now I'm the IPS Operations Manager for the Australasia region. So let's start with the basics. When you're working on a project, LSAR data is usually configured using one of the recognized LSA specifications, like GS standard 0007, DEF stand 0060, or DEFOS 5692, depending on where you are. But here's where things get tricky. Sometimes a customer might need that data in a different standard. And guess what? That often means you have to recreate the data from scratch. All that extra work and time. This leads to multiple data sets for the same product. And when updates or feedback come in, you have to update each set individually. It's a recipe for data mismatches, and because of variance between standards, this may cause costly mistakes. Enter GenS. This tool is a game changer because it allows projects to support multiple standards within the same LSAR project. No more juggling different data sets and having to swivel chair to capture all updates and changes. GenS has mapped the most common international standards like the GS standard 0007, MIL standard 1388, DEF stand 0060, DEFOS 5692, and the S3000L. And the best part? This mapping means that your GenS repository is smart enough to know which fields the data applies to in each of the different standards. You can even assign new standards or configuration to your project at any time, making it easy and fast to update your project, keeping up with your customers' requirements. When you open your project data with a new configuration applied, it displays the existing data in the newly selected standards, tables, and fields. When you add data, if it applies to those other standards in your project, it'll appear when you view them. If there are differences in field sizes or formats, the data will get truncated to fit those new requirements without removing the other data from the repository. Users benefit from being able to create the single source of truth for the LSAR data in GenS. One of my personal favorite features is the GenS data validator capability. It'll flag any fields that don't comply with the new standard formatting requirements, so you can quickly identify and correct any issues caused by adding a new project configuration. This ensures data traceability and integrity. You can switch back and forth between different standards, and any information unique to a selected standard won't show up in other standards. For example, data from the hazardous materials tables in the GS standard 0007C won't appear in a DEF stand 0060 project. This means that an LSAR project created in GenS becomes the master record for every LSAR deliverable, no matter what standard the customer needs. I've received first-hand feedback from customers telling how much this feature will benefit their organisation, especially organisations that operate on a global scale or with global suppliers. And having this single source of truth means any update you make is automatically applied to every configuration in the current project. This helps you to maximise your operational efficiency. So, if you're tired of dealing with multiple datasets and the headaches that come with them, GenS is the solution you've been looking for. Thanks for listening. And if you'd like a demonstration of the Auxilium suite, get in contact and we're all very happy to help.